In this video, we are going to cover basic PHP syntax and we will be executing our first Hello World program. Now, apart from these, we are also going to cover the difference between print and echo statement. So, we will be learning what they mean and what are actually the differences between these two statements. But before executing our first Hello World program, let's first understand the basic syntax that you should know before executing any PHP program. A PHP script means the code that is written in the PHP language, can be placed anywhere in the document. Okay, so as we have already studied that when we create a PHP file, we can include HTML code, CSS code, JavaScript code, and PHP code. So you can place that PHP code anywhere in the document, inside the HTML code, outside the HTML code, and anywhere in the document. A PHP script starts with this tag and ends with this tag. But there is one important condition. Whenever you write any PHP script in your document, it should be within these tags. So these are the tags. These indicate that from here PHP is going to start. So it is mandatory to start a PHP tag and end a PHP. So now let's jump to Hello World program. Now this is the most basic PHP program that we are going to execute right now. So let's understand what actually the code is doing for us. Here we have an HTML tag, a body tag. These all tags are in HTML. H1 tag will just display this my first PHP page in a bold way, in a bold manner. And here, as you can see, our PHP script has started. So you can write PHP script anywhere, as I said, inside HTML, outside HTML, anywhere. And here we have written just one statement, echo hello world. Now we will be learning what echo means. Echo is used to output the data. It is used to print something onto the screen. So in this case, when we execute this program, we will able to see hello world onto the screen. So here we have only one line of PHP code and then we have closed the body tag and HTML. So let's now quickly run this program and let's see whether our code is working perfectly or not. But before that, we should know how to run our PHP, how to use XAMPP as well. So what we'll do is we'll go to the file location of XAMPP. We'll go to a location where our XAMPP has been installed. So in my machine, I have installed it in the C directory. Okay, and here you can see one folder called htdoc. Inside XAMPP there is one folder called htdocs. We'll just click on this. Now here inside this folder we will create our new folder. We'll create a new folder and you can name and you can give any name to this folder. I will give programming. Just for now I am giving the name as programming. Now inside this folder, we will be keeping all our PHP files for this project. Let's say whenever we are working on any project, first we have to create a folder and then inside that folder, we will have all the files related to that project. So I have created this folder. Now let's open this folder in an IDE. Now IDE is nothing but an environment where you can write your code. So in this video, we will be using Visual Studio Code, but you can use any IDE, it doesn't matter. So I will just open my Visual Studio Code. There are many IDEs that you can go for like Atom, Sublime Text, but Visual Studio Code is my personal favorite. Inside this Visual Studio Code, we will click on this file and we will click on open folder. So now here we are going to open the programming folder that we created inside XAMPP. So it was in C directory, inside XAMPP folder, inside HP docs, and here we have that folder program. So I'll just open this folder, and right now it is not containing any files because we haven't created any files yet. We'll just click on this close button, and now inside this folder I will be creating a new file. Okay, and we'll just name it as first.php. So as you can see, our first PHP file has been created. Okay, and here we will write our first hello program. So I will just write HTML. Inside HTML we will write, let's say, head tag, and after the head tag we have a body tag, and inside the body tag I will create my first PHP, and I'll just close PHP tag, and here I will echo hello world, hello world, simply, and just semicolon, and that's all. So this is our first basic hello world program in PHP. Now in order to run this file, we will have to start Apache server. As I said, in order to run PHP, we have to turn on the Apache server. So we'll just go to our C drive there, and we'll click on the XAMPP folder. We'll just scroll down and click on XAMPP control. And from here, we will start the Apache server. It is mandatory to start the Apache server, otherwise your program won't exist. Okay, so XAMPP has been started, and now we will just click on any browser. Okay, you can go to any browser. I use Google Chrome, and here you have to type localhost. Very firstly, you have to type localhost slash the folder name in which your PHP files are. So I have created the folder called programming. So I will type programming, and inside that which file you want to open. I have created one file which is called first.php. So it's goes something like this. First the server name. So for us it is localhost slash the name of the folder which is programming slash which file, inside that which file you want to open, so the name of that file. So we'll simply click on this. Okay, so as you can see, hello world has been printed onto the screen, and here we have created our first PHP program. To make it look more clear, we will just write here inside body. I will just write here h1 my first page. Simply I will click this. I'll just save it, and we'll just reload this page. Okay, so this everything is working perfectly. My first PHP page, and echo statement is used to display the data onto the screen. So now let's jump on to the next slide. Okay, so now let's talk about echo and print statement. Now, echo and print statements are more or less the same. We have used the echo statement, so we know it is used to output the data. But even print statements can be used to output the data onto the screen. So you can use either of them. Now there are not much differences between these two, but echo is marginally faster than print statement. That's why many a times programmers tend to use echo statements rather than print statement. This is the only reason. Else you can use any of the two, doesn't matter. Okay, so this is an example of echo statement. The echo statement can be used with or without parentheses. The program that we saw of Hello World, in that I simply wrote echo statement without parentheses. Even in this case, there are no parentheses. Parentheses means this round bracket. So you can write it with simply you can write echo or echo with parentheses. It's completely up to you. So in this program, what I have done is I have created two variables. Now, for now, we don't have much knowledge about variables because we haven't covered it. But just understand that these two are the variables which are containing these two values. These are the string variables because it is containing a string value. And these two are integer variables. Now, why integer variables? Because they are holding an integer value. Now, here I am echoing this variable text1, and here I am echoing this variable text2 txt2. Okay, and here I am echoing $x plus $y, means the sum of these two variables. Now there are several things here that you can notice. Here I have written HTML inside this echo statement, inside the double quotes. Now, as I always say that PHP can easily integrate with front-end languages. So you can write HTML inside PHP as well. Just one thing, you have to write it using echo statement. So here we have used echo double quotes h2. Then I'm just concatenating this variable. Then then again h2 tag has been closed. So it will just display whatever text it is containing. And here we have the similar thing, study PHP at dollar. Okay. So we will just run this program and see what changes are we able. So I'll just create one PHP tag. I'll just use PHP. Okay, and we will create four variables. $txt1, which will be holding the value called web development. Then we have $txt2 holding the value Android development. In PHP, it is very easy to recognize any variable. It always starts with a dollar sign. It is mandatory to start any variable with a dollar sign. $x is equal to 5. These two are the integer variables. $y is equal to 10. Now we will just echo them and we will make use of some HTML as well to make our text look bolder and a bit bigger as well. Now h2 tag is used to make your text look bolder and bigger. So we will be going for echo. We'll just close this here and we will use a dot to concatenate. $txt1 concat. Now, whenever you want to concatenate any string with a variable or any tag with a variable like here we have done, we have to make use of the dot. It will just concatenate, means it will connect string with a variable. Similarly, I will just echo uh, let's say we will write study $txt, and then we will simply echo the sum of $x plus $y, like this. So this is a very easy program. We will just run this the same way that we did. Now we are on the same path, localhost programming and first.php. Will just reload this. Okay, we'll just br. Okay, which will break the line. So as you can see, firstly, we have printed web development. Now, since it is inside the h2 tag, it is looking bolder and bigger. Then we have printed steady. We have concatenated the string with the variable, so that's why we have made use of the dot operator. Then echo br means we are just printing this text onto the new line. We are breaking the line, and we have 5 plus 10 15, which is getting printed onto the screen. Okay, so this was just the basic about the echo statement, how echo statements are used to display the data. Similarly, we have print statements as well. Exactly same, just instead of echo, we can use print statements as well. It will do the job for us. The print statement can be used with or without parentheses. So same exactly like echo, but instead of echo, I will just write print, print, print. Just I will save this and I'll again run this. Okay, so output remains the same. Nothing has changed as both the statements are used to display the data. So this was all about the PHP echo and print statements, and today we ran our first Hello World program. We saw programs with echo and print statements. So this was all about for today's video. Thank you.